So last night was the first time I went cowboy camping. I ended up camping with T-Bone. Everyone else in our general bubble is further ahead. Not really sure where they ended up camping, but it went well. I was pretty nervous about it, but that was the first time I've ever been cowboy camping. I do have a slow leak in my sleeping pad. It's not bad, but the butt was on the ground. I was really worried about that with all the spiky desert plants. But I suppose if it was able to go through my Tyvek, it probably would have been able to go through my tent as well. So it is what it is. Hopefully it doesn't get worse, and then I can fix it in town. Also, today's mishap, I have my water bottles here. They're kind of like on my side, and one of the caps got loose from my elbow touching it, and the water started pouring down my leg. This is a pretty long dry stretch right here, so that wasn't great. But it also soaked a spot where I'm getting some leg chafing from my hip belt, and that makes it feel worse. Oh wow, there's a tree. That's like the first real tree I've seen so far. The other ones were kind of just like oversized bushes, but that looks like a real tree. I have shade and water cache. I always see cows off in the distance, like over there, but never up close. There's actually been quite a few of them, kind of all scattered out across the desert. But I'm sure I'll get plenty of up close and personal cow experiences soon. I am trying out my pesto pasta right now. This is the one I was most excited to try. It's currently rehydrating. Okay, I think I'm gonna give this pesto pasta a thumbs up. I would definitely make this again. This was a good trail meal. Or is. I'm still working on it. So last night I cowboy camped at the water tank, and it got pretty busy. We had a cow visit, a coyote, a whole bunch of owls, a lot of different noises. But the water tank was leaking, so there was more greenery around there. And it makes sense that there were like a lot more animals gathered around there too. My sleeping pad still had like the same kind of leak, like my butt ended up on the ground, but there is still full of air, so it was like a very slow leak. It's not too much of a problem, as long as it doesn't get any worse. But I had a pretty good night's sleep though. And most of my pains are gone right now, like the tendon pains that I'd been having. I'm actually feeling pretty good. I was feeling really good coming into camp too. I ended up taking a 3 to 4 hour break because it actually got really hot in the 90s, I think, and there was like no wind, so I just hung out in the shade next to a water cache for a while, waited for the heat of the day to pass. Everyone else hiked down in the heat, but I waited until the sun went down a little bit and there was still more than enough daylight to get to where I wanted to go and further. So to me that sounded like a better deal. And now it's only a 7-mile walk to the next water cache, which is a lot shorter than I was planning for it to be. So it's good. Just got our first trail magic at the last water cache back there. There was a group dropping off some water. We're about to start the trail, like for themselves for when they get here. And they gave everyone pop and oranges. So I got 2 oranges, and they were amazing because it's just hot in the middle of the desert and this vast nothingness that I'm in right now. The trail went pretty far off from the course that it shows on Gut Hooks, and it just kind of tapered off, so there's not really any more trail. I'm just kind of wandering through all of this to try to get towards the power lines, because the trail is supposed to cross the power lines, and I've been getting a little bit off course, so hopefully that gets me back on track. Yeah, this section is just chaos, and it's not really a trail, and all the signs are either gone or worn down. Are off track again. Cut through an extra fence and trying to find the trail. Yet another set of cow bones scattered about. Climbing through more barbed wire fences. More gates. Looks like I have to pass through two because the trail is on that side. I'm kind of upset with myself for not camping a couple miles back with T-Bone. It didn't look like a great spot to camp, so I pushed on, but everywhere else it's just been worse. And now I'm walking past what I want to do. So I'm about to hit 20 miles. I really didn't want to hit 20 miles in this section. I wanted to keep it lower, but I'm just going to have to pick a place now and call it good, because the place that we were initially heading to, we're actually not supposed to camp there. I read on gut hooks, so that's not the best situation. This is my Cowboy camp spot. I'm not going to set up a tent. This is my first time camping alone on the CDT. Basically, you just set up in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I feel like I really am in the middle of nowhere. It's been like endless, this terrain for miles. And I just found a relatively rock-free spot and just set my stuff up when it's getting dark. The sun just set. It's really pretty over there. I haven't seen any signs of cows in this area, so hopefully there won't be a cow visitor, but who knows. But this is my cozy little spot for the night. I believe it's supposed to be a full moon tonight. The last couple nights have been really bright. Last night it was almost like a spotlight in the middle of the night. Like bright moon shadows. It was really intense.